The new Fallout series is an Amazon Prime Video adaptation of the video game of the same name set in a post-apocalyptic America. Fallout is now in development, and gamers everywhere are excited to see a live-action series of their favorite video game. So stay tuned and don't go away, because Fallout, cast, first-look images, and everything we know about the video game adaptation and other related news. First up, have you ever wondered what your community would be like in the fallout of nuclear war? You're about to find out. For those of you who may not know, Fallout is a popular role-playing game that is set after the Great War of 2077. After sudden massive nuclear strikes, communities were exposed to deadly radiation, and what followed was the collapse of society and government infrastructures. How long did the attack last? Only 2 hours. Showrunners Joy and Jonathan Nolan from Kilter Films will helm the adaptation of the Fallout series for Amazon Prime Video, and this is the first time the game franchise has been developed for TV. Executive producer Todd Howard of Bethesda Game Studios is over the moon excited for the upcoming series and says, "Over the last decade, we've looked at many things to bring Fallout to the screen, but it was clear from the moment I first spoke with Jonah and Lisa a few years ago that they and the team at Kilter were the ones to do it right. We're enormous fans of their work and couldn't be more excited to work with them and Amazon Studios." Fallout 4 was the most recent single-player game in the franchise, and Prime Video has not yet confirmed an official plot synopsis for the new adaptation, but there are lots of possibilities because the Fallout franchise has featured several different locations, factions, and creatures. Next up, will the new Fallout series be based primarily on Fallout 3? Let's take a look. Many people suspect that the TV series will be based on the Fallout 3 game, which is set in Washington, D.C., but goes by the new post-apocalyptic name, the Capital Wasteland. The Fallout New Vegas game is set in the dry and dusty Mojave Wasteland, while Fallout 4 is set in what is left of Boston, which is now referred to as the Commonwealth. As we said, we're not exactly sure where the game will be set, but it could be any one of or a few of these locations. If you look closely at some of the set photos, however, you'll notice the famed Super Duper Mart. The video game always features a human protagonist. Sometimes they are a vault dweller, and the main character in this series is a ghoul. Ghouls are mutated humans that have been exposed to intense and prolonged radiation over time. So think of the cave dwellers from The Hills Have Eyes. Ghouls are a lot like them. They sort of look like zombies but live and function normally. Not surprisingly, ghouls tend to gross out a lot of people on account of their looks. Actor Walton Goggins, who will play a ghoul in the series, recently shared some behind-the-scenes photos on the set of Fallout. Goggins is joined by Yellowjackets star Ella Purnell, Twin Peaks Kyle MacLachlan, The Wheel of Time Season 2 star Xelia Mendes-Jones, and Moten from Disjointed. Up next, what are the latest leaked set photos from the Fallout set? Let's take a look. On July 23rd, a Twitter page titled Films Fallout revealed additional leaked set photos, and now fans are really starting to get excited. Nothing like a few leaked set photos to pique fans' interests. The images show us what looks like a vault door in an internal studio. If you look closely, you can also see an external shot of a store in the desert surrounded by vintage cars from the 1950s nearly buried in the sand. There's this really cool Fallout gameplay trailer available with a fan-made mod that's totally awesome. It's called Fallout London. In another image, you can see New Vegas, but the first pic reminds me a lot of the vaults from Fallout 4. The designs have led to a great deal of fan speculation about which location the series will be set in, and as of now, it's anyone's guess. One Twitter user named KitKat said they felt the image could be of Vault 13, aka the Vault of the Holy 13. Other Twitter users expressed their gratitude that the series looks authentic and just like parts of the Fallout game franchise they know and love. Are you as excited as I am for the new Fallout series? If so, drop us a comment below. We'd love to know your thoughts. Stay tuned and don't go away, because we're about to bring you some of the latest gaming news. Next up, are the rumors true that a Black Panther video game is in development? You're about to find out. We can happily confirm that yes, the rumors are in fact true. A Black Panther video game is currently in development. The Black Panther character itself has featured in a few games already, such as Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Marvel's Avengers. However, this is the very first time that Black Panther will take center stage and be featured in his very own video game. According to gaming insiders, the project will be an open-world single-player game that starts with the last Black Panther being dead, and players will have to fill the role as the title progresses. According to gaming expert Jeff Grubb, it is a single-player game. It is in very early development, and the game starts with Black Panther being dead, and the player is going to take on the challenges of becoming the new Black Panther, and that seems to be the setup for the game. Grubb added that the project is reportedly codenamed Project Rainier and is being developed by Electronic Arts, the veteran game developer that needs no introduction. Leading the project at EA is Kevin Stevens, who previously worked on video game titles such as Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor and its sequel Middle-earth: Shadow of War, including other games like Gotham City Imposters, Batman Arkham City, Batman the Brave and the Bold, and all of the Lego Harry Potter games. Next up, has Electronic Arts' Kevin Stevens been able to confirm any details about the Black Panther video game game for us? Let's take a look. Kevin Stevens was able to confirm two things that match Jeff Grubb's claims. The project's alleged codename is a reference to Mount Rainier, which is south of Seattle and near the studio. Game developer Samantha Ryan worked on many titles with Stevens and said, "The action-adventure space is a hugely important genre, a genre that the Black Panther game would likely fall into. Electronic Arts haven't officially confirmed the game, but that's just due to legal reasons. We feel like we can say with certainty that the Black Panther game is definitely a go, but have no idea when it will be released. And it's only one of the big Marvel games in development. Insomniac Games is developing a Spider-Man 2 game and a Wolverine game. As you can see, there's some super awesome cool Marvel video games coming down the pipeline, and now you've got the inside scoop. Which video game release are you more excited about? Black Panther, Spider-Man 2, or Wolverine? Man, that's a tough call. But if I had to pick just one, I'd probably go with Wolverine, because he's arguably the greatest X-Men superhero that ever lived. And I don't know about you, but I'd love to see another Hulk video game because it's hard not to love Hulk smashing the bad guys to pieces. It's hard to believe that a Hulk game hasn't been released since 2008, so my message to game developers is, come on guys, what are you waiting for? Finally, are you ready for Mortal Kombat? The Mortal Kombat video game franchise has been around for 30 years, and it's not even close to running out of steam. New generations of gamers are falling in love with the franchise, and as a result, developers keep cranking out new games, and studios keep making new MK movies. The latest installment of the uber-popular franchise, Mortal Kombat 11, completely changes up how health and power meters work and splits them in two, a defensive meter and an offensive meter. The defensive meter is used for special wake-up options, things you interact with in the environment, and a combo-breaking move called a breakaway. The offensive meter amplifies your special moves, increases their damage, and helps you open up combo opportunities. But the best new addition to the actual fighting of Mortal Kombat 11 is the crushing blows. These are special critical hits that activate automatically, but only when certain criteria are met. For instance, each character has a crushing blow tied to their uppercut that will activate if it hits as a counter. Another way crushing blows are activated is if it punishes what is known as a whiffed high attack. Uppercuts aren't normally used as combo starters, but a crushing blow uppercut will launch your opponent high up into the air. Mortal Kombat 12 is currently being developed by NetherRealm Studios and published by Warner Brothers. It is the 12th main installment in the main series and will be released in April of 2023 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. That's a wrap for today's video. Thank you for watching.